Hello, and welcome back to the second official episode of the Vaulted Fables podcast where we talk whatever is inside our horrible little demon minds. I'm joined here by BidPuppy76 as well as Jason Slayer.
Hello.
How's it going, everyone?
And we are on our second official topic. Last time, BidPuppy won, and he chose nostalgic video games and nostalgic video game memories. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, before we begin, is there any kind of game or like anything you want to talk about before we get into ours? I have my list of games. Jason has his one game because he was, he's Indiana, so they only have one game at the Blockbuster before it went out of business.
Just doxed me.
Oh, that's so sad. No, I mean, I basically grew up on video games. I think my first system was a Sega Genesis. Played a ton of Sonic 2 and Miss Pac-Man, and then I eventually got a hand-me-down N64 and played the hell out of Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart 64. All the classic N64 games. Then eventually got a GameCube, and oh boy, that's where most of my childhood was. It's on the GameCube.
So you're a Nintendo man. Also, you're very
Oh,
old
yeah.
school with it, because
Oh yeah,
with
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
I grew up old school. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So you said I know you're a big fan of the Sonic games.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I mean, I
Sonic
grew up on them.
Forces, Sonic and the King Arthur and the round fucking table or whatever the fucking game was.
Yep.
I just, yeah, I hate to hijack it, but every time I can land a punch at Sega, I gotta do it.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Bonanza Wonderland or whatever the fuck that shit was called.
Fuck off. That was a horrible fucking game.
I did. You don't like when they danced, bro? Dude, that was the best. And they went Sims. They went
Do you know what is the most depressing part about that game? Is
The game?
well, not the game, but like the guy behind it. He was like the lead Sonic guy, and I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. He went over to Square Enix, and they're like, "All right, this is your only chance to make a game," and he fucks it up this bad.
I think the idea was like because I remember reading that. You're correct. I don't know his name off the top of my head either, but it was like it's such a weird idea where it's like I think just everything about it was just a horrible match. You have a guy that made Sonic. He's making a 3D platformer, and the place he goes to is Square Enix. Like none of those things fit in. Like they're all like squares and trapezoids and triangles. None of them are a circle that can just fit in there. It was so bizarre. Like it really was just a complete like shit show.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't have any like horrible games, but like I do remember I got Sonic Unleashed on the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
and
honestly, a solid title.
I played it, and I forget how old I was, but I was just not too into Sonic as well as I know the first mission is like notorious. Like there's some like about it where it was like this is like fuck. I do remember though. I had friends come over, and what we did is in the first mission, like I remember we couldn't like beat it for some reason. Like I thought it might either be it was just Sonic moment or that the game like we just didn't give enough of a fuck. It probably both of those. Right. But what I remember is there was like a pole, and like when you're werewolf furry DeviantArt Sonic, you would like slide up, like his arms would grow really long, like Stretch Armstrong, and he'd slam up the pole. So we would just constantly go up and down while making moaning sounds. So we probably were like 12, and to that was like hours of entertainment. We thought that was legit the funniest fucking thing was Sonic jerking off. Little did we know if we just went to Google, we would have saw that and more.
Yeah. Oh my god. Look, I know that the furry sections get a really bad rap, but I will defend them until the cows come home. I think they are a great gameplay shift, and I think they done it pretty. And you know what? I think they did it pretty well.
people act like it was like a whole like hearted like a departure from Sonic. Like, bro, like when you have Sonic goes and meets King Arthur and he fights, there's no going back. Like Sonic has already. I think the difference between like Mario and Sonic is like a clear cut idea of like success and like, or especially innovate, because like the criticism with Mario is it's usually of the same kind of game, but it not really. Like they do innovate. Like I'll give Nintendo that. Like I'll shit on Nintendo all the fucking time, but
Right.
they know what they're doing. So like you have something like Mario Odyssey. It's the same kind of format, but it's tweaked enough to not be completely repetitive, as well as be its own like thing. Same thing with like the Legend of Zelda. Sonic at one point was like he's running, right? He runs. It's 2D like that. They went, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to go 3D. And then I had the 3D game, and I was like, okay, now we're going to make a plot that literally like would make movie people go, what the fuck? Like the plots to these Sonic games, I've tried reading them sometimes. It actually hurts my brain. Like
And,
it actually gives me brain rot. Like I don't understand.
And like the biggest thing with that is that there's a key difference between Sega and Nintendo, right? Nintendo actually cares. Sega doesn't give a shit. They will throw Sonic against the wall until he sticks. You know, they will just try different things until it works. It doesn't matter if it fails. They will do literally anything for a success, and they've just been fucking it up.
Like I assume
Over
the
and
next
over
Sonic
again.
game is literally gonna be like Sonic goes to World War II and joins the Axis. And like Dr. Eggman like invents, like he's like Robert J. Oppenheimer and invents the atom bomb. You could just say the most like hysterical shit. Like if you took out the words like Sonic and like in the context of it being a video game plot, if you just told someone this, they would think you're fucking nuts.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they think you're actually fucking crazy. Like you're an insane. It sounds like Sonic QAnon could really be a game title that they could be developing right now. We just don't know it.
Oh, for sure.
It's pretty fucking crazy. Is there anything else you want to add after we've shit on Sonic for like 2 seconds?
No,
I got.
I mean,
it's more shit talk.
Hold on, Jason's got to get his piece in. Fuck this
Okay.
the Hedgehog,
Sonic,
motherfucker.
Sonic fucking Unleashed. I don't care what anyone says. Like, all right, let me start off with like I'm not particularly against it, but Sonic Unleashed was the gateway for furries, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Okay,
like,
bro. No. Bro, this game series has literally been going on for like 9. Well, like, dude, they introduced furries
Sonic
before
Unleashed.
furries were even furries, bro. Don't give me this Sonic Unleashed shit.
I forget which Sonic,
That's
but it's
why
literally
it's so weird, because people are like, oh my god, it's free. It's like, dude, there's literally like before Sonic Unleashed, there was portfolios of people art like in the animation industry right now of just Knuckles' feet. And this is like the straw that breaks the elephant's back.
The straw for me, like not exactly Sonic Unleashed. It was I forget which one it was, but he fucks this human princess.
That's like all the Sonic games. I know Sonic 06 that you're talking about.
You choose between no. You choose between
fucks.
her. You choose between her and Amy, and I specifically remember choosing the fucking chick, and at the very end, when he fucking saves her from the spaceship and they're laying on top of each other on the fucking giant leaf, motherfucker, it fades to black. There's no, like, kiss, it fades to black. You know about the fuck.
This really hurt you. Like, this genuinely...
It hurt me so much!
Okay.
No, there's no okay, you know.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
No. Let's hear him out.
Okay. Yes. They did build up a disgusting relationship between Sonic and Princess Elise, which is human. They end up kissing at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Spoiler: Sonic fucking dies, and the world ends, and then the crew has to get the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and in order to resurrect Sonic, Princess Elise has like the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and she fucking kisses him, and he's alive again.
No, after that, when they fade to black, when he saves her.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, they
were on top of each other and they fuck. on a giant leaf.
How
Well-
old were you when you experienced this, by the way?
10.
You're just really horny 10-year-old. You really wanted to see Sonic go dig deep down to
thinking
back,
Princess
'cause I was
Elysium or
thinking of
whatever her
games.
fucking name was.
Because thinking of games, I was thinking of like one to just shit on, and it was just that one. Because like, well,
Okay, but that's
I look
okay.
back.
It's Sonic
Okay.
06. Literally everyone has taken a pot. It's like furries in general. It's like the cringe I don't like. Like I could sit and like rail about Sonic 06. Like if I got my Xbox 360 out, got a copy of Sonic 06 and played it, I could just have hours of footage. But it's like it's been there, done that. We need some more. Like
I honestly,
not in defense of Sonic 06, but like again, it's like talking shit about Sonic 06 now. Unless you're like a Sonic like YouTuber, like your whole career is Sonic, like as a content creator. Like it's like it'd be. I'm trying to word this right, but it's like I'm sick of hearing about how bad Sonic 06. We need to get these other Sonic games.
yeah, I
With weird
mean,
fucking plots with King Arthur and Sonic is and no one addresses that. It's
Sonic Knights was horrendous.
okay, look. I honestly think Sonic Forces is the worst Sonic game. Okay.
Is that the one where you're your own character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Sonic-
that one looked fucking stupid.
Sonic Knights, and my proof for that, my docs, my little evidence is Dan and fucking Aaron from the Game Grumps spending 3 episodes raging at one boss. 30-minute episodes raging at one
Oh.
boss.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
we do gotta admit though, the Game Grumps aren't good at playing games. This is a canon fact in their lore. Wait, not that I watch a lot of Game Grumps, but I do know that for a fact that they just shit at playing some certain video game. And Sonic games can do that to a man, to be fair, also as well.
You know what? Like, one of my favorite Sonic games, and just one of my favorite games of all time, and granted that this is from nostalgia and playing it as a kid growing up, but is Sonic Adventure 2, right? That game has the most fucky, balls-to-wall plot any game has ever had.
Sonic
Is that the one where an island just fucking explodes?
Yes,
Like-
they just... Yeah.
I like Dr. Eggman as a character because sometimes he's like, I'm gonna steal the Chaos Emeralds, or it's like, I'm gonna put these hamsters into robots, and then other times he's like, I'm gonna commit war crimes that would land me in The Hague. Like, there's that's what I was gonna say, is in Sonic, there's no fucking consistency.
No,
Imagine
no,
if in a
fuck
Mario
no.
game, it's opened up with Luigi going into a fucking school and throwing fire flowers at all the kids. You'd be like, holy fucking shit. What
Yeah.
the hell is going on?
And like one of the biggest plot lines in Sonic Adventure 2 is that Eggman blows up half the fucking moon, and one game later, the moon's just fine again.
Well, I assume like you gotta like I would really like it if that was consistent. Like I want a bunch of Sonic games where the plot is holy shit, the fucking moon is gone. How are we dealing with this?
Jesus,
that was-
tides. Oh god.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I mean, it's not as bad as fucking aliens invading the planet.
Have that I assume Sonic has done that.
Yeah,
no,
they have.
no.
I was about to say I would be surprised if they hadn't done that.
Shadow is the main character. In Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, the
aliens
filthy
in-
black creatures.
Oh yeah, and Shadow's packing heat and swearing.
Yeah, no. Could you imagine like you play like Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Like when it came out, the very first game, or like maybe the first two, like get us good stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe even Sonic and Knuckles. You go into
Yeah.
a coma. You wake up when Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog is released.
Oh,
Can you imagine
God.
the culture shock? Not only like of 3D games and how they come of seeing Shadow the Hedgehog pump a fucking assault rifle before he murders like a bunch of police officers.
Oh
like
my god.
That is funny to me because that reminds me. I don't know if anyone's played this, but has anyone seen the Family Guy video game?
Yes.
Like the more recent
Yeah.
one. There's
I've
literally a
played
level in it where you go around as like Peter and like haha funny like the Stewie the baby, and you just shoot like disabled people. That's the
Yeah.
whole level. It's
Yeah.
fucking nuts. It's like, how did this get by? Like,
That's terrible.
It was the
And-
episode when Peter opened his restaurant, didn't let disabled people in.
yeah, but he didn't fucking gun them down.
When did
Like-
he turn? When they turned into a transformer? Yeah, he did.
No, the Stewie literally knocks them all over and they fall over. You're literally just having a fucking assault rifle as Brian, the liberal dog, just blowing holes into these fucking. And it's
That's
like,
awful.
how did this fucking shit even get past the ESRB? Like, and that makes me think it's like, who on the development team was like, guys, we have to have the Columbine disabled level. That needs to be in the game. I want to meet that guy and be like, I don't know how I feel. They also have a level where you shoot a bunch of Amish people, like 5 years after there was a legit
That's like
Amish
the
school
first,
shooting. Like, that's just, I don't know how that even happened.
Oh, we've gotten so far off top. Tyler, your games. What were
Yeah,
your
no,
games?
we'll get back on top. But I had a touch
Okay.
about Seth MacFarlane for a bit. But now that Bib Puppy got his games of the way his Sonic
Wait,
games.
well, no, I got halfway through and then you guys started shitting on Sonic.
Oh, yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah. Let him finish. Let him finish. That's fair.
Okay, so on the GameCube, I'm only gonna touch on the GameCube
Yeah, no.
just to save time.
Just the GameCube.
I played Super Monkey Ball Adventure, which is a open
Excuse me,
world
what?
monkey ball. Yeah, it is a open world story driven monkey ball game.
You mean like that game at Chuck E. Cheese you can play for like 5 tickets?
No, that's baby
What
shit.
did Monkey Ball do to you? Fucking Jesus.
It was robbed me.
That's fucking baby shit. No, this is like a full fledged 3D adventure.
Yeah, this ain't
my
your
guy.
dad's fucking Super Monkey Ball, you fucking idiot. Like, you gotta know the difference, bro.
I played that. I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is one of my favorite games of all times. Now listen, I spent most of my childhood not playing the actual game, but the baby racing simulator. I couldn't tell you why. I was just gravitated towards it.
Is that the thing with like the little, like, what are they called? Like
Chow.
yeah, that seems like that. I could understand that. That's like almost like a like Animal Crossing, or I can
yeah.
vibe with those games, but
So basically, they're just babies that like you raise and like you raise their stats and they like win races and beat the shit out of each other in karate. It's fantastic.
I have seen
And
that.
then you can have them go to heaven and hell.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, like, okay, so like the whole theme is that there are hero and dark characters, right? And then, like, depending on which character you bring into the Child Garden, you raise their alliance between that specific side, and if that alliance is high enough, then they go and they become a hero or dark Chow, meaning angel or devil, you know. You can also make them. You can also make them fuck too.
I hate to like go back on this, but like again. Like, imagine saying this to someone that doesn't know what Sonic is. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, imagine just saying the phrase, you raise babies, assign them to the devil or God, and then have them fight each other and they also fuck. You would you would just be like, it sounds like, what? I don't even know, but keep going.
I mean, that was just the gist of it, so you can also abuse them and throw them against the wall, and if you do, they have psychological damage.
Is this like for real, or are you just fucking with me?
I feel like you're
again,
fucking
it's a
with
Sonic
me.
game. You could just be like, oh yeah, there's a level in Sonic Adventure 2 where Knuckles just sees his parents get gunned down, and I would believe it. I'd be like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
That was one of the first Sonic games, actually.
Yeah, in Sonic 1 on the Genesis, when you load it up, it goes Sega, and then the Sega like logo pulls out a gun, just fucking mows down Tails' parents. It's a mafia hit.
And Sonic adopted him.
Yeah, that's the official lore of of Sonic the Hedgehog. Is there anything else that you wanted to, any other specific games you wanted to mention real quick before we begin?
No.
I'll take this. No, I assume he's having, he might be having some internet problems again. So how are we going to do this? I can just go through my list now. So my list, I have just a couple games to gloss over, kind of like Bid Puppy did. Some, I can talk a more bit in depth if I put them on the list. The first games like I put on the list was, Halo and Modern Warfare. Like, not any specific game, but probably for Halo 3 and then all the Modern Warfare, like any Call of Duty real, but the Modern Warfare is like, 1 and 2 and Black Ops 1. I don't think, like, There's literally that video where it's like how kids dealt with the recession of 2008, and it's literally just Call of Duty gameplay lobbies. Like, that's just how it is. Although I feel the Call of Duty lobby is slightly overrated. Like, it wasn't complete fucking chaos. The only people I feel that say that a lot are people who were just fucking toxic and got yelled at.
Or just
so that's how they remember it. Yeah. But yeah, no, they were just like banging out like COD Zombies with the boys, just multiplayer grinding to prestiges, that fucking noise when you leveled up. Like that shit just is like so good. Meanwhile, they have Call of Duty Vanguard now, which fuck that shit. I don't even know what the hell that is. Like,
it looks dumb. It looks like a Siege knockoff.
It does look like a Siege now that it's gotten so bad, Call of Duty, where Call of Duty games look like knockoffs of Call of Duty knockoff games. But that's besides the point. But Halo, I'm excited for Halo Infinite. That should be, if I was playing some Reach with the Master Chief Collection, like something about Halo just fucking ticks all those boxes for me. Like that shit's just hits different.
Right.
The next game I have was a smaller game. It was Ghostbusters, the video game from 2009. At the same time, I'd seen the Ghostbusters movie, and I was like, yeah, Ghostbusters is pretty. I fuck with Ghostbusters. Then the game came out, and this game was pretty fucking awesome. It's literally everything you want in that kind of game. You are a new Ghostbuster. You're with the old Ghostbusters. Bust some ghosts and do crazy shit. Like oh my god, it's just so cool. Like you see different sets from the movie. Like you go to the public library in New York, and it's like a whole level. There's like a museum where there's all different kinds of historical ghosts. I remember there's a part where you go to the Civil War section, and there's like Southern ghosts and Northern ghosts shooting at each other and you. It's fucking nuts. It's like, holy shit. And then there's one level. It's fucking horrifying. Like all the Ghostbusters get like ghostbusted, Lamau, and you're like in a sewer, and you're just trying to like find each one of them one by one. And they do this thing where they literally play noises like in your headphones of ghosts whispering like about your location and when they're about to fuck your shit up. It's genuinely like almost like a horror game. Like it is nuts. It's a very good game. I know it just got remastered recently, and I haven't gotten it yet on like PC. I'd like to see it how it looks, but even without graphics, it's a pretty good game in my opinion.
Right.
There's a couple Star Wars games. Star Wars Empire of War was like my first RTS game. That game fucks. I'm just gonna be completely honest. That game's awesome. Mostly because the expansion pack has like these completely like their own like expanded universe characters. Like they have Thrawn, which everybody wants. But they also have this complete edgelord. He's basically Shadow the Hedgehog, but in Star Wars. And he runs a criminal empire. He hates Jabba the Hutt. And you can literally enslave Gungans like Jar Jar to fight for you. And you can also have Ewoks as suicide bombers. I'm not fucking kidding you. Star Wars Empire War. The unit is a fat guy with a bag. He presses the bag, and Ewok runs out, and it fucking detonates like a fucking ISIS terrorist. It's fucking bizarre, but it's so fucking funny to watch. And like the game is also just kind of fun. Again, my baby's first RTS was very fun. Led me to other games like Command and Conquer and shit like that. But another Star Wars games I have is Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I don't know why I put Awakens. Fuck that shit.
That is a good one.
Two different things. Force Unleashed is fun because is it a good game? Is it a fucking awesome tech demo? You bet your ass. When you walk into a room, you're on the nefarious shit. Stormtroopers literally are it's literally like Gmod. You pick them up and just their life is in your hands. You can throw them outside of space. You could throw them into ceilings. You could Jedi mind trick them into legit jumping off buildings and killing themselves. There's no fucking limits. If this was the new Star Wars movies, they'd fucking slap. Like, imagine Rey walking into a building and just kamehamehaing with the Force, leveling an entire fucking building. You'd shit your pants because that is.
I love that you bring that up because there's actually is talk about a movie with Starkiller as the main.
That would be fucking nuts because there's literally just a point where the game just says, all right, you see that Star Destroyer, the big triangle ships for the non-Star Wars people. Just throw that at the ground. Just take that and just throw that at the ground. And you do, and it causes as much chaos as you think it would. there's also like again, Starkiller is a pretty like he's a pretty cool character, kind of edgy, but this is early 2000s, so you get the point. You meet my boy, fucking Bail Organa, my man. Puerto Ricans got to represent. Love it that he's in that game. You meet Leia, you fight Darth, you fight the Emperor. It's all the checks of a good Star Wars game. Now this validates that. Speaking of though, I also have Gary's mod on here. I was a big proponent of just playing Gary's mod because like the sandbox game just fascinated me. Like the idea that you could just go into a game and just like mess around infinitely, it just blew my mind when I played it at the time, and I still played it. I have an image. I think I'm gonna put it on here actually. Of I went into Gmod and I made something. I have to find it though, so give me while I find that. But I wasn't too into like the different modes they had. I would go on servers. I was never an RP kind of guy because I would always just get banned instantly. I had no patience for like. I was like, I'm gonna troll, but I need to know like. Normally I'm fine with that, but I was like, I need to troll now for some reason. It was really funny. When you fucking think about it, it's really something else. But like Gmod, like the different like Trouble in Terrorist Town was always fun. Get together with the boys and shit like that. It always works pretty good. I don't know if anyone else here has played a lot of Gmod, but
I've played it a little bit.
Love Gmod.
Yeah, like I said, I just think it's just a fun kind of idea, like to play it like. Hold on, I'm still trying to find this image. So, forgive me. It's legit fun. Well, okay, I'll keep talking while I try and find it. But I avoided now the next game. This proves that I literally get no bitches. I played so much of Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game, that like it actually like again, it's probably why like. There's legit times where it's like, do I do homework or do I just grind Darkest Hour? And that's what I did. I fucking grounded the shit out of Darkest Hour. Which, if for those that are uninitiated, it's a strategy game. It's not like RTS, like Empire at War or Command and Conquer. It's, I don't know how you would classify it. It's like a 4X World War II game, basically. You build units, you fight like in real time. There's no turns or shit. You got to roll with the punches. Specifically, though, there was a mod for the game. Like this is when I got into modding games. So like the idea of that a game could be like different than like the base game blew my mind, and like how good some people are. I found the image. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to use my words to be a normal human being. The mod for the game was known as Kaiserreich, which basically the idea. Now, normally this is a World War II game. There was like in Darkest Hour a mode where like you could play in World War One, but in Kaiserreich, basically the premise was in World War One, Germany won, and the whole timeline is just now fucked. So like if you play as the U.S., you have a second civil war. Britain and France are communist. Germany is like internally dying in pain and suffering. Canada is like one of the biggest empires ever. But
sounds a lot like Red Alert.
No, it's not like Red Alert. The kind of like the alternate history thing is like Red Alert, but I think there was a Red Alert mod for Darkest Hour at one point that was pretty lit. I'm putting the image that I made in Gmod. I'll put it on screen for those for your viewing pleasure as well. But you don't know how long it took me to make that. Like it took way longer, but it was really worth the wait.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
And it was
Why?
because it's fucking funny. But yeah, no, Darkest Hour, like that game, like there's so many like different paths in that game. Like normally in like vanilla Darkest, you play as Mongolia, it sucks. Like you literally can't do shit because it's Mongolia. In this game, because like it's based on actual like historical people who are fucking nut jobs that no one remembers. There's literally this Russian dude you could play as that's like he's in Mongolia and he's like I'm gonna be the next Genghis Khan. And then you play that out. Like, you just go fucking ape shit. Like, half the time, World War II or the equivalent's going on, and everyone's like, what the fuck's going on over there? In America, there's so many different paths. And there's all kinds, I think because, when you play a World War II game, the problem is, you'll always know what the hell's going on. It's never going to be different. Whereas in this kind of mod, everything would change. Like, like one thing could happen in one game, and then like Norway was a good example. Norway maybe joins the Germans. In another game you have, they go communist and join the British, and it's like, oh wow, that's different. Now you gotta, keep going from that. And I just enjoyed the shit out of it. I forget how many hours I have, but it's probably like 1,000. I was an absolute fucking nerd that got no bitches, but those memories will never go away of doing really dumb shit.
Nice.
We're on the last little bit here. Mortal Kombat, just all the Mortal Kombats, from the latest to the oldest. Like these games, I just fuck with. I'm not a big video game fighting game player. One of my favorite videos ever is just dunking on how like the Smash community is, and this was like way before modern shit. But like I'm never gonna touch Melee in my life.
What?
I Darkest Hour got me no bitches, but Melee would complete the cycle, and I become the virgin wizard. So I gotta,
don't know.
from my own
I think Melee would get you laid.
No one's ever gotten laid from Melee. Well, they have, but for all the wrong reasons, as time has said. If you know, you know. But Mortal Kombat is just awesome because, like, I never was into Street Fighter. I played a little bit and I do like it, but there's something about Mortal Kombat, like the base of Mortal Kombat, where it's you beat the shit out of a guy doing these crazy moves and then just fucking kill the guy in the most over-the-top way possible. That's just fun. Like, to me, Mortal Kombat, it's like, maybe it's not the most competitive, it's not the most, like, unique, but goddamn is it fun. And to me, that's the game. We're entering the last leg, so we don't gotta worry. I'm trying to breeze through these. This game is special. Silent Hill. Now, Silent Hill, I played. I was 12. I should not have been playing Silent Hill, but let me tell you, bro. I got that game. It was specifically, I believe, Silent Hill 2, which to me is like one of like my favorite, like because I was used to like baby horror games. Even as a 12-year-old, I was like, this game's gonna jump scare me, bro. I'd like to see it try. I went into that game a boy, and when I beat that game, I came out a man. Like, that game fucked my shit up. That game was like Brock Lesnar just beating the piss out of me with the scariest shit ever. Like, the minute you see just this fuck shit is like, oh, this is different kind of game. The minute you see Pyramid Head doing whatever he's doing to that poor monster thing in the cloud, that's like the Family Guy thing. I don't know how that got into a game. I was like, that's just a whole level of wrong. But like the art level of Silent Hill, I totally appreciate. Now trying to get into like editing and art and stuff like that, I really appreciate what Silent Hill like was. And for reference, PT. I really like that. Like, I think PT was the same exact thing. I'd played the other Silent Hills. 2 is still my favorite personally, mostly for nostalgia and like, I've heard 4 is really good. I haven't played a lot of 4. I've never beaten 4, but maybe someday. And maybe that'll change, whatever. But I saw PT, I was like, oh my god, this is a Silent Hill thing. Like, PT, this is for babies. And then I hit the pause menu, and the one Russian guy ASMR'd your ear. He went, and then I was literally almost shit my pants. I was like 18, and that's not normal. That should not be happening.
Speaking of,
if that game had been made like fully, like I swear to God, that really would have been like probably one of my favorite games ever.
It was the same team actually made it. They renamed it. It's Visage now. That's what they finished.
I've seen Visage. To me, I don't know. Something about it, it was like, I don't know. It's not the same. Not to shit on Visage or anything. I have not played it, and again, maybe I should. I probably should, but to me, it just didn't like look or feel like the same. Like, at least we'll get at least we have Abandon. That was bunch. Have you seen this? Do you guys know about this? Since I'm on my last game, and it'll be kind of quicker, I literally need to shit on Redditors. It can't be an episode if I don't. There's this like game called Abandoned, right? And fucking like this game comes from a company. You can literally look. It's basically like all their games either don't come out ever or they're shit, like pure underrated dog shit. This fucking guy making this game is like Hassan K something, right? It's something like his last name is something I forget. I think he's from the Netherlands. These fucking Redditors, bro, they literally went to Google Translate, looked at his name, and if you translate his last name into, I forget what it is, It says Kojima. Holy fucking shit. These guys mouth watered, their faces did the soy face, and they're like, dude, this is Silent Hill. And it's like, these people, like, people talk about this. It's literally QAnon. Like, I'm hearing this shit, and I'm like, are you guys, like, actually, like, do you have problems? You can't be this fucking stupid. I mean, the Redditors, and we know yes, but it's like, again, there's literally like shit where it's like his name was HK. They're like, that means it's Hideo Kojima. And there's like people, YouTubers, like there's that fucking guy that reads those Reddit posts, that voice actor guy. He's like made a 30-minute video, and it's like, this can't really just be coincidence, can it? It's like, you fucking idiots. And then guess what? They had a playable demo or a teaser, which was literally just the guy walking on the floor, and it said coming soon, the trailer. And they fucking flipped their shit because it wasn't Silent Hill. It's like, you fucking idiot. He's a real guy. I know Kojima does weird shit, but he's not going to start a fucking money laundering company 5 years ago to promote Silent fucking Hills. Right. Like, you're actually, if you buy into that, it's kind of like No Man's Sky. It's like, at some point, you're just the idiot. Like, you're literally just stupid. Like, you hyped yourself up. You're a dumbass. And it's the same thing funny because it's also Reddit. Like, completely your fault. You should be shamed, put in, like, thrown tomatoes at, like, just complete nonsense. Now that we got that out of the way, I have my last game. And actually, I'm going to go a little more in depth with this one because there is a fucking awesome story I love to tell. This one is Total Extreme Wrestling, specifically 2016 as well as 2020, the newest one that came out. Now, what this game is, because no one knows what this is, it's basically a wrestling game, but it's not like the WWE games, like, you know, the ones that are shit now, like Madden and shit. This is a kind of game where you book matches. You're basically the promoter of these fights, or, you know, you're fixing the fight. It's wrestling. Pro wrestling. We all get it. We don't need to go into detail about it. But this fucking game to me is just awesome. It clicks all the boxes. Like, I can just vibe out to this for like hours upon hours while I'm like doing work or doing the stuff. And I got into this game because I was a wrestling fan. I like pro wrestling. But in high school, senior year, I took this coding class because I was like, I want to make video games. I took one day of the coding class. I'm like, I no longer want to code video games. But I'm like, fuck, I'm going to take this class. And just my friend was in it. He literally now works at, like, he has a great job with coding. He's a fucking master code. Like, this guy's awesome. Like, this guy, like, is a human, like, calculator shit. He's fucking nuts. So I'm like, okay, I'm literally just going to copy all my work from him and just get an A in this fucking class. Also, the teacher didn't give a shit. So what I would do is literally on the laptop they have, they'd give you a Chromebook. I would open the Chromebook, close the Chromebook, get my own personal laptop, which my friend was able to do because he's fucking smart and knows what he's doing, and just bang this game out. For reference, you sim each day. Like, sometimes you have a TV show or a pay-per-view, and like the game started, lo and behold, in 2016. This is when the game first came out. In this class alone, I played so much of it. I got to the year, like, it's not every day because the calendar is a little different, because it's basically 4 weeks, basically 4 weeks and 7 days. No, like, changing dates or whatever. I banged out all the way to the year from 2016 to the year 2022, I believe. It's fucking nuts. Like, in that kind of game span, it's crazy because you have to make every match, do all this shit. But one of the things I did, I basically played as the first company I saw, basically the WWE. And in this version, they have, like, where you can play as the WWE, like, mods. But I played their own default version, which is, like, these funny-ass characters, like the guy that makes this game makes up himself. It's made by one guy also. It's fucking nuts. Well, a couple different people, but he, like, codes the game mostly by himself. So they have these, like, standing characters. Like, there's your Hulk Hogan's, your Rocks. Like, there's, like, allegories. Like, oh, I get it. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. In this game, I forget what the year was, but it was near the end of it. There's a guy on the roster called Joe Sexy. He's this old guy who is sexy, right? Like, that's the gimmick, right? Now, at the time, I brought women in because I was like, dude, women's wrestling is pretty cool. So I brought women in, and one of the gimmicks was like, oh, that'd be, because you could give them gimmicks. Like, you can have, like, you know, oh, this guy's like a mailman or some shit. Like, your wrestler, you can change the name and shit. It's really, it's a lot of text, but there is visual stuff, but it's mostly text stuff, which again, you know, some people might be turned off by that. That dog really fucking hated that. But you know, it's all like it's a visual thing. So what I did is one of the women, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have her be a dominatrix, right? Oh, you know, also because I'm in high school, so I'm fucking horny. I'm like, I'm gonna have her be a dominatrix, right? I forget who it was, but the name started with a J. And because I was doing this quickly to move on, I accidentally said Joe Sexy was gonna be the dominatrix. So in reference, if you look at it how the game looks at it, this fucking guy came in clad leather bikinis and shit with a whip and started whipping it around, and everyone in the crowd was just like, oh, that's happening. But the thing about it is the game, like when you have a new gimmick, it rates it. So it's like the crowd fucking hates it or the crowd loves it. They fucking love Joe Sexy, right? He got over, which is like he got so popular. I had to give him like a world title run. I then gave him Gimp minions. It was fucking nuts. Like this was like a whole year in this game was of just this dude that was a dominatrix running wild and no one could stop him. It was so fucking funny to me, especially. And then the end payoff is we had a WrestleMania. So Joe Sexy comes out basically, and he's like, I defeated everyone in the company with the power of whips and chains and shit. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. Who's going to stop me? I basically brought in this dude who was a giant fucking monster. I forget. Oh, it was Steve Fraley. All the people that play this game that listen to this podcast know who it is. He basically came out and basically beat his ass in 5 minutes, and that was the payoff to this entire year-long event. It was just so funny. I'll never forget doing that. It was really like one of my favorite things I've done in that game. There's all other kinds of crazy shit. Because that's the thing is whenever there's like an interview or somebody's talking, it's tech-based, so you can just write whatever you want. I swear to God, we should do this because there's an anime mod. So you can literally have like, and the guy literally added Dragon Ball Z. So you can have like, Goku was sitting on a cloud when he saw Chi-Chi get her head smashed in by Hulk Hogan, who told him to eat his vitamins. If that's what you want to do, you could just fucking do that. I don't know if he's added like JoJo or the other meme stuff, but yeah, no. If you want to have Goku get his ass beat by Captain Crunch, yeah, you could just do that.
Oh, well, Goku getting his ass beat? You lost me.
On pay-per-view, no less. Like, exactly. Can he beat Goku? Hell yeah, and Captain Crunch just beats his ass. There's definitely a Nintendo game. I don't know if there's Sonic's in there, but that would booking wrestling version of Sonic Unleashed. That's definitely a new one. I feel that's what Sega should try next.
They
the Sonic Wrestling
Unleashed
Federation.
In Smash.
No, that'd be cringe. But now with that long rant, the tale of Joe Sexy is over, and I'd like to give the floor to Jason so we could talk, so he could talk about his games.
All right, let me pull up the list. Actually, let me take a drink real quick of my water because we're not sponsored by anything else, so I can't say it.
Take a sip, but okay.
I have a bottle of insert brand name here.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
First game I'd like to start off with is it's one of my like favorites. Like not like it's not like high in the list, but it's there in the list. I played it when I was like 10 or 12. I forget which. Mega Man X. X for too fucking extreme, okay? Like, you would have this fucking penguin. What was his name? Hold on. Puppy, you love Mega Man. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The penguin?
Chill Penguin, yes.
I remember, like, the level design for this guy fucking blew my fucking mind. And I had a harder time with this Mega Man game. Keep backtracing a little bit. If you killed this penguin, you got fucking shotgun ice, okay? If you murdered this penguin, you could shoot ice out of your fucking hands, okay? And I just was fucking blown away as a kid. And nothing but good memories. Fucking, and like fighting Sigma. I had such a hard time fighting him. I think I needed help actually. But just watching how it ended was beautiful. I just had an overall good time with it. Like, that's like one of the only Mega Man games I've played, but like I had a really good time. I should play more. But that's all I gotta say about Mega Man X, though. Really.
Nice.
Um. Another game I got. The Jack and Daxter series. Like no one can tell you it's bad and have a straight face. And if they are, they're lying to your fucking face. Jack and Daxter. The first one, you're going to this island because like kids don't listen to their elders. So this guy's like, "Don't go to this island." Jack's like, "Eat my ass." So he goes to this island with his fucking small ass friend Daxter, and it goes like they're staring at. I don't know why Naughty Dog felt the like that they had to make this chick's tits bigger than the fucking Laura Croft, like the original Laura Croft. They were bigger than that, and I don't know why. Like I just guessed they were like big perverts, and like their arms, like they're like gawking at her, talking. Like there was a guy there who was like the leader, but she was the one talking because everyone was paying attention to her. Even Daxter made a comment on her. You saw this guy jump into a pool, and he came out a fucking rat. Okay, blew my mind. Specifically, though, that I liked through this game series was Jack 3. Mostly because I got the bond with my brother and like my sister over this game. Even like my cousin a little bit. It was literally such a good time. I like first one where you could like drive cars and fight dinosaurs. Like you could come at a fucking dinosaur that had like a giant cannon, plasma cannon on its back, and you could just gun it down. It's fucking beautiful. And you could use like Dark Eco and stuff. You learn he's a fucking like ancient god, sort of fucking Jack was, and it was just beautiful graphics for when PlayStation 2. That was like top graphics for when it was made. Like that was a stepping stool for like graphics and like story wise in just games back in the day, and I fucking loved it. Um, next on the list, how Tyler, I love how you brought up the Mortal Kombat series because I actually have Mortal Kombat 9 on my list.
Oh yeah, definitely one of the best reboots of all time.
This was actually my very first game I played with my father, which he loved Mortal Kombat, and like he was like 40 or 30 when I played with him, and I was like, this is like one of my first games as well, like on the Xbox. So I was like, nah, there's no way you can beat me, because I was fucking up people as Freddy Krueger. Like that was fucking beautiful. They brought Freddy, they brought Kratos, they got all the good
Kratos
games.
sucked though. Like it's like because when you did a fatality to him, Sony was like, okay, you gotta make sure you don't kill him as hard. It's like, bro, it's literally Kratos. Like, what are you on about? He gets literally murdered all the time, but they're like, you gotta give Kratos special treatment. It's really funny though. Some of the fatalities, because
Right.
like the only good one is the Freddy one, where he basically puts the guy in the oven and they reach their hand out in pain, and then he slams the door and it cuts it off. Is he throws Kratos in there and he just doesn't give a shit. And the reason his hand comes off is because he's trying to grab Freddy. I'm like, okay, that's nice detail. That's a good detail.
Kratos
The other
kicks
shit
ass.
is just stupid.
Fucking, I loved his combos. I loved how you could pull out. You're getting your ass kicked, and you pull out this fucking blade of Olympus. They know they're dead. I would get people rage quitting for that shit. But
I'll be honest though, I fucked the shit out of Kratos players with Rain. Like I was like, get that shit out of here, bro. Lamau.
there was a time I blonded with my brother. We were both playing as Kratos because like we don't play the same guy, but we both wanted to be Kratos. So we were just we shot an arrow, and like we just kept golden fleecing it, and like we made a mini game mode out of it. Like it's like hot potato, see who like got hit first or like couldn't deflect it more. We usually got up to like 10 or 20 deflects. But back to the original story. Yeah, I thought my dad couldn't like beat me because I've been playing for like a good week or so. This man, he said I could pick anyone, so I picked SubZero, which is one of my it's one of my favorites. Like character design, like partly because blue and black, it just naturally looks good. Scorpion, I fucking hate him because like players that did him like literally only teleported and had no skill.
Yeah, no, fuck
SubZero, like
teleport players. All my homies
you,
hate teleport players. All
you
my homies hate noob Cybot players,
right,
bro. Absolute, go
facts.
touch grass.
Fucking SubZero though, like he was more of a defensive guy. He had the fucking ice clone and shit. You had to actually have skill to play him, and I was actually really good with him.
Goddamn.
Fucking, but this man, he pulls out Raiden, and like I haven't seen a Raiden player up until like that point that was actually good. I didn't get a single hit on him. He got flawless victories, like
Damn, he fucked your
4
shit
times
up,
in a
dude.
row.
As
He
Raiden,
did
that's
fuck my.
impressive.
I think I got like I didn't beat him at all. Like I think I got maybe like 3 hits in total. Like not for the first game, but like I think the very last one I got like 3 hits, and that was because I used my ice clone and like the ice shooting thing, whatever he does, the little Kamehameha. He fucked my shit up. He like let me get close, and he did the I don't know what it was like. Bah! Fucking Raiden tases you in the fucking heart and face, and throws you across the fucking map. Yeah, it was fucking good times. That was just really like, even thinking about it makes me smile. Like it was just a really happy time, like getting to bond with my brother and my father over like a game that was like made like around like when he was born, like when he was a kid. Yeah, and he enjoyed it too, which is overall good time. Uh, I got like I got 3 more on this list, but I'll breeze through 2 of them. Gears of War 3. That was my very first game on Xbox. Was the first Gears game. I didn't really like them as much, but the third one, it was like it smacked. I really loved it.
Xbox 360 games with 3 in them usually always smack.
Big
Well,
freaking facts.
I mean, Banjo-Kazooie 3 didn't smack.
We don't
Yeah, but
talk
that's a
about that
baby
one.
game. Master Chief would curb his head and be like, bitch,
Yeah.
your time is up. Your time is up, old man.
Oh, listen.
You would be able to getting attached to these characters, and then watching Dom die. You had the like. I've played the newer ones, but I didn't really like them. Marcus lost so much. He lost his father. He lost his brother, and then his wife died, giving birth to his son. And then his son died, depending on who you pick in the 5th one. Marcus lost all of all of this, like everything he loved. That's just like that was the first game to make me cry. But yeah, there's that the Sly series. Sly 3 was my absolute favorite because like you could use like disguises and shit.
You wanted to fuck the fox.
Right? Why? Like I replayed it recently. Why did they make Carmelita as sexy as they did? Like what the hell?
I didn't even know her name, bro, but that's up to you. But yeah, I'll leave you with that.
Oh, that's her name.
No,
Carmelita Fox.
it's not the name that I'm questioning, bro.
Oh, why I know?
Why do you? Well, why do you know? Why do you think she's so
Because
sexy? Huh?
no. Like thinking back, like why did they make like play this game and you'll know what I'm talking about. I can't like describe her. What like
You know, I've seen the that's because everyone that made games was horny.
Someone
right?
who somebody wants fox pussy.
Oh god.
Watch your
Look
mouth.
at look at freaking Blizzard. Everyone was horny. Just some
Look up.
people were different horny.
God.
Puppy knows he plays Overwatch all the time.
I do play Overwatch a lot.
Hey, look, that's I mean, look, okay, Overwatch on the Blizzard client, trash. Overwatch on that hub, that hits different.
Fucking
And if you disagree with me, I dare you to argue with me.
anyone that looks up,
I do.
anyone listening right now, look up Carmelita Fox and tell me that they did not intentionally make her look sexy. Like I challenge you to tell me otherwise.
I challenge you, bro.
The very last game on my list though is literally my all-time favorite game. And it was God of War. Okay. The first one.
Oh, really? The first one.
I I loved it so much. It introduces you like like Kratos getting his ass beat, and then this barbarian is about to beat his ass, and he sells his soul to Ares, and this man gets like these demons come out of the sky and seeming hot iron chains like fused with Kratos' arms. It was just fucking like, why did they have to go so hard with like they made this game look realistic for like the cinematics.
Yeah, I know the part where there's just a big lizard, like, or like there's literally giants. I don't know if it's call them realistic, but I know what you're talking about. The graphics do, for their time looked awesome.
Right.
And I think, like, not to overtake your story, I think like God of War is like, it's just a testament to games like that, and like Doom, especially the new Dooms, even the
Oh
older
my
Dooms
God,
too,
yeah.
or Halo 2, where you're just a force of nature. Where it's like, whether it's aliens or demons or just people who are around with, like, the GTA games kind of be like this too. I think that's just a perfect kind of game where it's you as the player are told, fuck everyone's shit up, and then you do. Like, it's just a special kind of game like that. Like the the Force Unleashed. That's also, one like that, where it's just like, okay, fuck everyone's shit up, and you just have all the tools that you're supposed to do.
Right. Like
I also
Unleashed.
love the part in God of War where you just punch Zeus so fucking hard in the face, the game doesn't tell you to stop. You have to stop on your own.
Funny story about that. Like I've played literally every God of War, PSP and everything. Zeus put like Kratos through so much shit. I was going at it for an hour, okay, just spamming. It got to the point where the whole screen was bloodied in the third game.
Oh my
And
God, that's great.
I think that's when you stop. Like, I think that's like at the point where, like, if you don't do it, it'll be like, oh no, you got to hit him more.
there's actually a secret achievement, apparently. I got an achievement for doing it for an hour straight, and I don't know why. I don't know if I got it early on, but I noticed it after I stopped like an hour in. And I was like, what the hell? They really expect people to go this hard, this long? But back to the first game, they did the iron chains and everything. He decapitates this man, and literally the story to this game is so beautiful. Like not like all the killing, but like the meaning behind it.
Yeah, no, it's just a cool story. I was gonna say like another game. Like, I wish I put it, it's not like a memory because I've been playing recently. Was Hotline Miami. It's basically God of War pixelated, and you also have to face the repercussions of your actions.
Right.
Like, I'm in the works of making my own standalone Hotline Miami video where, like, I go into depth about it, because as a movie nerd, I love it. I love that kind of 80s feel, like the techno music. But, like, you literally go just murdering these Russian mobsters with anything you have. And at the end of every mission, you have to walk back out and be like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking shit I just did. And the game's like, look, you did that. You gotta fucking deal with that, bro. But I'm sorry to interrupt your fucking thing again.
You're fine. But like the meaning behind the whole God of War, like if you like look into the lore and like the story behind all the bloodshed and stuff, it's actually like really sad and like beautiful in a way. Fucking like at the beginning, like after he killed that guy, it shows like Ares tricked Kratos into killing his like only wife, like his only daughter, I meant, and wife. And you have to watch this man go through so much shit, and then he finally gets revenge on Ares. And like the gods promised him, like, yeah, you have to kill Ares and stuff. And then he just gets they keep stabbing this man in the back nonstop. So he just initially at the end of the game, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill all the gods. And you know what? By the end of the third game, he did. One quick note, the PSP games for God of War, they made it so they finally gave back his daughter. Like he went to the afterlife, he died, and gave his powers away to be with his daughter. He finally was happy. He canonly states he's finally happy again. He wasn't like angry that the fire died out. And then he has to choose between being with his daughter or him and his daughter dying. Like like no, he can be with his daughter, but they both die, or he has to push her away and like lose her again just to save her. And literally tear jerking. God of War though was the very, very first like game I ever bonded with my father over, because we both just liked the game design, the graphics, the story behind it, the gameplay overall. Me, my brother, and dad always like we played all of them, and it was the best time. Like, I wish I could go back and play it again with them. But yeah, that's my story about those games.
Well, those are all the stories, so now it's time to do what we got to do. We'll wrap things up here. Bid Puppy, who do you say was the winner? I think we're all winners, but who do you say was the winner? Who had the best stories and memories and all that?
Honestly, it's really hard to pick because honestly, both of you guys had phenomenal stories. It seems like you both had such strong connections with these games, and that's amazing. Like honestly, like it's crazy how games can have such a strong connection with us. They can invoke such strong feelings with us. It's just amazing. They can give us phenomenal memories. It's
Right.
just amazing. But no, I would have to say Tyler is the winner today.
I was about to say, if you're going to go Obi-Wan, I was going to do a bit where I was like, the Chad modern gamers are being held down by the Soy Boy Mega Man players. But,
No,
no, I'm kidding. But,
actually, yeah,
I gladly take this win in this Academy Award. I thank Joe Sexy for helping me pull out the win. Because this still fucking makes me giggle to this day. But in terms of the next kind of topic for our next episode, I had thought about it and I have a great idea. I want to hear your guys's funny school stories. Any time period in school, any kind of story. Well, actually, just school stories in general. They don't have to be fun. They could be, just a school stories. Because I'll have some, and then you guys will have some.
I have a lot, and they're probably me and Devin are probably going to have a lot of the same stories.
That's even better. It'll be hard to pick then. But that'll be for the next episode. In terms of here, I'd like to thank everyone who's watching. We've had great support on the first episode. And if you like this podcast and want to see more of it, remember to like, comment, subscribe, watch the clips as they're uploaded. We do segmented clips from our episodes, so you can get, bite-sized snippets of the best of. I already did the like, comment, subscribe thing. Go follow us on it. We have a Twitter, which is just at Vaulted Fables Podcast. And we will see you guys all in the next episode.